finally, Soldier Series number 8, the final one in the series. And John, better late than pregnant, I always say.
That's right. I mean, hey, I certainly prefer it.
Absolutely. Who, boy, howdy, who doesn't? But John, we got 18 players in attendance today. We got some big names. We got a former champion, two former Soldier Series champions in our midst, and that's of course, we got Muhammad and Colin Rupert. We've also got top 8 Johnny Dreyer, Gadonger himself in attendance. We've got Sergio. We've got Xavier. We've got Andy Carmona, Samsonite Prime, Kyle Peters.
Man, I
my
love
heart
seeing
just won't
some
stop
of
beating.
these people in a tournament together. It's Crystal Cup power, Chris.
It is, and I'm really glad to be bringing you guys 5 rounds of Swiss today. We are doing a top 4 cut, but we're going to prize out top 8 if I'm correct, John. Is that what you said earlier?
That's absolutely right, Chris. And the way that all the numbers shake out, if the pair downs don't go the way of the person with a higher record there, it'll shake out to a pretty even cut. But if everybody wins out, then we will have like that old 9th place with the same record as the top 8. And I already told them, don't worry. Well, if you are the one person with the same record as everyone else who gets a prize, we'll give you something.
Because that's what it's about
cutting
here.
There, right? You know what I mean? Like it's like
no,
you're
exactly.
just arbitrarily prizing everybody with a slightly better strength of schedule. Like no, well, we're here to make sure everybody has a good time.
Exactly. And I'm excited, John. I almost called you Johnny because that's actually where we're going for round 1. We're going to see top 8 Johnny versus Sydney. I apologize. I always pronounce his last name incorrectly. He is also a Virginia guy. Northern Virginia, plays up with Muhammad. Haven't seen him since the last reunion event, so big shout outs to Sydney. I want to say it's win, but it's not pronounced that way. Or maybe it is, and maybe I'm just overcompensating.
Chris,
but I also haven't had my coffee yet.
I don't know. Sydney N.
Yeah, Sydney N. The old boy himself.
Big N. Nice.
That's right. Yes. Colloquially known as the Big N from here on out. But they're going to be playing at table 1. And John, I don't know about you. I'm ready to dive in.
I'm ready
to dive in and get this shit started.
It's about that time. Hold on. I'm going to have a little sip. Of my
coffee. I'll take a sip with you, sir. This is my first cup of coffee this morning, so I'm firing on one cylinder.
I'm firing on exactly one cylinder. It's the shape of this size, or the size of this cup of coffee. God, I can't even talk. That's a bad start. All right.
Let's get that slurp in, and then let's get right to table 1.
I'm popping up. It's on the screen, Chris.
Indeed, and we got top 8 Johnny here on the bottom.
That's right.
A good old Sydney, a.k.a. Octachode. We got Gadonger versus Octachode. Man, oh man.
And they're not the only two, I was about to say they're not the only 2 dicks in attendance, and that was, it's like a joke, but also, we got 18 of them. No, Gabe, the big donkey dick himself
is judging the event.
Yeah, he's helping us out judging the event. Big shout out to Gabe and also to Andrew Pringle, who are helping us staff. And of course, man, I mean, we're going to be saying this all day, but shout out to Greg Cole. Greg not only is the one helping us get our prizes for you guys at a great rate, but he is going out of his way to support this event and the community. Every single person playing in this event today, Chris, has their choice of the new dual deck or a Chaos boss deck from Greg.
Man, oh man, Greg Cole, we love you to death, buddy.
Isn't that insane?
Well, I'm telling you this. As much as there are a lot of content creators out there, there's a lot of personalities in this community. I don't think this community would exist without a guy like Greg Cole. Man, we're coming in hot with Interceptor. John, you know what I'm getting ready to say.
Baby, there he is.
My pain is tickled. But not to downplay, that should be Greg Cole riding on the back of Interceptor like that.
I would love to see an art of Greg riding on the back of Interceptor.
Boy, I would too. And holy shit, we got the Penguin, Johnny. We got old Pavlov in the building.
Dude, and Asmodai, and is this a well, no, Pavlov buffs FFTCG, right? It's got to be a little bit more than a mono Earth, although I'm seeing a lot of yellow cards, Chris.
Oh man, Johnny said he is fucking on one today, so we will see.
Oh, Johnny has been playing the Earthwind FFCC deck.
That could be that.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's what this is. And of course, as the words come out of my mouth, it's obvious that that's what this is.
Yep, and I don't think you can get a better 1-2 start than Interceptor into Banana Sid, most likely searching up the lock or the shadow, depending on what you need. But of course, we're getting locked here. So So we know Locke is coming down next turn. So I think if you're Johnny, you probably you got to accept the discard's going to happen. But I don't think you feel bad building another backup or two.
Yeah, not at all.
Of course, Fire Ice still very, very competitive here in Opus 11 with the new additions Interceptor and Shadow.
Oh.
Johnny Newboot goofing already here.
He's trying to play a 3-cost win card, it looks like.
Oh, what a goobus.
There he goes. He's got the old
Momo D.
He created 4 CP for a 3-drop backup. Maybe he was trying to play Norstalin. I think that's probably what it was. He tapped 2, discards the Undead Princess, realizes, oh, just kidding, those don't pay for Norstalin.
Yeah,
I guess I'll play with Modi.
Indeed. But, here's the thing. I probably would have held on to the Undead Princess, because knowing that Locke's coming, I probably would have saved that for this turn, unless what else he has. I mean, there's a lot of thinking you have to do with the cards in your hand at this point. Because is he going to turn Locke in sideways with the Interceptor at this point?
I mean, you've left your opponent's sitting there wide open, and he's in some kind of like Earth X deck where he just had an inefficient last turn. He clearly didn't get to do the thing he wanted to do. Right?
Yeah, I wouldn't hate discarding a card to haste the Locke and force them down to 1 card.
Well, it's time to decide right now whether you're going to be playing this a little more aggressive or be playing it a little safer. And
well, he had the win card, so maybe he wasn't looking to play Norstalin.
Or really wanted to see it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yes, so we're doing it. Yeah, we're coming in hot. Locke's on. Yeah. Oh no, we're playing a Gerbil.
That's so much more efficient.
He's definitely coming in hot.
How about that? Yeah. How about I'll draw a card back to replace the Goblin, and Locke will be hasty boy here.
Even better, coming in hot. I mean that's essentially a 3-card swing. Oh, big Dumpy.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, Dumpus Maximus in the damage mode, in the damage bin, and Big Daddy
Maximus.
D.
Oh, and Big Daddy D, dude. Look at them. They have the same face.
That's right. They're having a thermostat stare down.
They're both like, who the heck touched this? Damn. And there's a Norstalin.
It's 70. It's 65.
Discarding another Norstalin for it.
Well, we definitely want to get something in the way of this Locke here. I mean, ooh.
Now, so do you think Johnny just goes to the 5th backup and just searches something he's happy to lose, or do you
I think if you have another Undead Princess in the deck, you play it and search the Undead Princess, and then know you're going to lose it, and I don't think you feel awful about that.
Yeah. I think it looks like that's the route we're going here. Because your other choice is like, okay, the Locke's going to hit me in the face anyway, and I'll discard Epitaph or Carbuncle. Like, get to the 5th backup. Try to stabilize here. Lilty will be an interesting blocker for.
Yeah, well, she's definitely not blocking. She's going right to the bin as soon as Locke turns sideways here.
True,
but being at 5 backups feels really, really good. And I think if you're Sydney here, you can either continue the pressure by maybe playing another forward, or you can just continue to build backups here. Okay.
It's going to be Shadow.
Yep. So we're doing both. Haste. We're hopefully going to build a backup and continue the pressure. I mean, that's the idea, right? Oh, and we hit an Edgar. Beautiful. Well, we hit an Edgar or a Snow, but if you don't have another 2 CP backup in hand,
If you have another 2, I think you take the Snow and slam the 2-drop. If you don't, you just jam the Edgar, and you don't hate these cards going to the bottom because it's not time for Vayne, Sephiroth, or Amaro yet.
Exactly.
Now let's see what 2-drop comes in off. No, gonna take the Snow and skip the trigger.
Interesting. I probably would have taken the Edgar. But if he's only playing 1 Snow, you probably hate to see that go to the bottom. Because I know most Fire Ice lists run anywhere from 1 to 3. I know in my list I only play 1 because it's not super necessary. And maybe he's only playing 1, and that's why he took it. And that's 3 Edgars versus 1 Snow. You're most likely going to hit another Edgar.
Yeah, I mean, and you start to think here too as well, like, I'm going to have this 3 damage up on him. And I've discarded how many cards with Locke already? 3 cards with Locke already.
Yep.
I'm going to have the Snow just in my hand. He's got to play at least 2 guys to not get another card taken out of his hand, which means he's definitely going to keep his hand at 0.
Yep, absolutely.
I understand the thought process behind the Snow there. Just like, hey, this guy is like, I'm going to win the game off the back of the pressure he's going to put on. It also helps me like take what I've done so far and really just make the most out of it.
Yeah, Johnny's in a real tough spot here.
Which is funny, right? Because he's sitting here on 5 backups, but yeah, he's just got like the lock just turning sideways, deleting his hand has been rough. The fact that Sydney's sitting there on 5 cards is pretty gross.
Yep, and that's the thing. You know, these Final Fantasy VI decks, they live or die by lock. If you get lockout turn 2, turn 3, and they don't have an answer for it, I mean, Sydney is just he's at cruising altitude right now. Like it's going to be really, really hard for Johnny to come back.
Yeah, he's got to have he needs the 2-for-1, these guys, and the deck's not really, that's not what it's about.
Okay, getting back Asmodai is good.
Asmodai is nice. Yeah, just get a nice crack on one of these guys.
Yep. So I think I think you have to kill the lock here, right? If you're going to pitch and play the Asmodai, I think you have to get lock out of here.
That way, if he plays the snow, it's not that bad. Like, oh, he just scoots Asmodai and Shadow gets in. Asmodai actually is happy to trade with Shadow, so.
Yep.
Not bad here. Interesting, the Asmodai. I wonder if Johnny's doing Cecil at all. Or if he's doing both, that's kind of wild. If he's doing just this, it's interesting in this dual color deck that he would opt for the Asmodai. But maybe, again, because he's not really cost restricted, he's just looking at this as a, kill BFA Marsh type stuff as well. So,
yep.
The one thing about Cecil is he's never killing BFA ever.
No, never. Asmodai, however, absolutely. Now I think if you're Sydney here, you go ahead and play the snow, get in with Shadow, put Johnny at 4. Again, you're still in great shape. You've got, you're going to have 5 cards in hand if you opt to play the snow here, or you can even discard 2, pitch the snow, and play another forward. And
you're at 3 backups, which is the magic number for the 6 deck, because you can play things like Celis and Lock and still Interceptor them.
Yep, absolutely. That's what are we doing here?
Zidane.
That's pretty good too.
He says, I dare you to block.
Well, he's not going to get the block
at
all.
Oh, the snow's down. That's right. Yeah. So, yeah, Asmodai is dead, and we're taking 2 damage.
Yep.
Scoot that guy. And we were talking about this Zidane and how insane Zidane is behind snow.
Yep. Zane's, it's another reason to play. You can play any sort of Fire Ice Shell, and you can slap Zidane and Snow in there, and you've got something that's very threatening.
Yeah, I mean, Snow's already good, but Zidane's what keeps it in the list for me.
Yep, no, absolutely. Boy, Johnny would Shantoto here wouldn't be bad, but also too, you got to realize having Interceptor out means almost every forward. Oh no, Johnny is Johnny with the oh no.
Oh no, Kadonger. Oh, you hate to see it. Doesn't even kill him.
Zidane's dead.
Yeah, Zidane's gone, but I was just about to look at him and be like, is he 3K? Doesn't even get him, but he does. He's a 2.
Oh man, if that one last card in his hand was Suzu Hisa, that would feel really good. But it ain't.
Oh no. With Interceptor down, it's anything with a 6 in the title, Chris, so it does it here.
Pretty much. Or we just drop another Zidane. You don't hate that either.
Asmodai is too good to not run one of in a Gabranth deck with BFA in the meta. That's a fair call.
Yeah, this is definitely definitely it.
Yeah, the Celis double dull here.
Yep. The old Dylan McDoubledull.
Doug Doubledull.
That's right.
Owner of the Dimsdale Doubledull. Yeah, dull, just triple dull her, and oh goodness, you hate to see it. Sorry, Gadonger. Hey, but I love seeing the Final Fantasy VI deck having that exact strength, that exact pressure that we like to talk about being its strength.
Oh, okay. Well, he's going to bring Undead Princess back.
Hold on. All right, I'm coming back. I was just leaving the game. I was literally about to close the game.
Well, Sydney can definitely pay it by just dumping the hand. You're fine.
I literally was like, and we're moving on. I went back. All right. He's like, yeah, I'll pay.
Yeah.
Well, what if he had 3 dark cards in his hand?
Ooh, yeah. If you have 2 Sephiroths in hand, you're just kind of effed in the B.
Yeah, just a little bit. Half a cup.
Indeed. But
there it is. Okay.
I do like one thing that Sydney is doing here. I do like that he's playing Sid Waff with Goblin. You don't hate that.
Yeah, and he's got the just the fact that he's like playing the goblins just normal. Like, he's not doing the realm stuff. He's not going crazy. He's just like, no, man, I'm just gonna get these hastes in. Maybe play a Sid Waff early and get another just like explosive haste turn later. I do like that a lot.
Absolutely. So that is game 1. Sydney taking it over top 8 Johnny in convincing fashion. That is the strength of Final Fantasy VI. So, John, now let's see where we can go next. We can always pop into table 3. Muhammad's playing, so that game's not ending anytime soon.
It's Muhammad and
Sharina. Yeah, let's. I'm down to pop in.
All right, table 3, sir. Let's go.
Let's knock on the door, see where it takes us.
Hello. Hello. Stop jerking it.
Oh, look,
we're coming
they
in.
made chili. Right, and we've got Muhammad up top. No surprise there. Muhammad playing the 3, big, kind of big cards here of Opus 11. And we got Remnants on the other side of the board. That's not bad either.
Oh,
big fan of
Ice Earth
these
7
Remnants.
is a really cool deck.
I agree. I love how, Opus 11 brought us just so many flavors of Final Fantasy 7. The world is your oyster. If you're a fan of Category 7 and you like the card game, there's really not much you can't do, honestly.
Yeah, and Sharina actually, back when we had the oh god, I don't even know what to call it. The community cup. The community cup.
Yeah.
That massive failure. No, when we had the big tournament, she was playing the 3-color soldier deck. I'd be interested if this is more just a straight Ice Earth, but the fact that I'm seeing that Genesis and not Genesis Avatar makes me think that it might be more similar to her older soldier deck and maybe a little bit less like the Matiski style Ice Earth people are used to seeing here. But either way, the Remnants, very powerful. Earth having plenty of recursion to keep using those effects. A lot of the Remnants, especially when they're all out together doing something on the way in and on the way out. But sure enough, BFA is just sitting here on the table saying, I'm going to start picking you guys off. Kadaj is going to dull the most relevant blocker out of the way. He gets to dull and freeze somebody when he goes to the break zone.
Yep. And then BFA is going to absolutely murder somebody when he comes into the yard. If he even turns sideways with him, I don't even think you do. I think BFA can just hold the fucking line right there. Because Ritz is guaranteed damage. Kadaj is going to do some damage here, and
I think you attack with Kadaj, and if he blocks with either of those guys, you for sure blast the other guy out of the water with the BFA. But if you attack with Kadaj and he doesn't chump block and he's gonna hit, basically telegraphing a big crackback, or I keep saying it's Sharina, sorry, she telegraphing a big crackback. You got it, yeah. That's why he's thinking. That's why it's not so cut and dry here for him. It feels really weird, Chris, right? Paying all that for BFA just to have a 10k labyrinth wall.
No, it's true. It's true because BFA he's just such a good card on both sides of the field, offensively and defensively. You can just kind of do with him what you want to do in the context of each turn. I don't know, we're grabbing another Ritz, possibly.
I don't know why I would do that before combat. I don't like that.
Well, I guess you get the added bonus of getting the CP back with Ritz when she attacks.
No, that's true. Duh. Oh my god, Chris. That's why. Yeah, I'm like, why the hell would he do that for? He doesn't need another Ritz, right? He just really wants to activate them.
Yeah, and that 3 CP could mean a lot. There could be... we're ripping shirts, boy.
There it is, boy, Titan. So now you just slam your Kadaj straight into the BFA, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you don't know whether he's going to attack or not. So if he attacks, he's going to kill a guy anyway.
Or do you kill the Kadaj here? Or do you kill Kadaj here?
I don't know. What do you think, man?
Well, it's definitely a good old-fashioned rock in a hard place.
Well, no, I think you kill the BFA right here because the BFA is like, if he attacks, he's going to kill a guy anyway. So what you're doing is you're basically just capping BFA. Like, he'll never do more than this. Like, he's never going to get more value than right now because he's guaranteed almost a minimum of the value that we would get on the crackback.
And that's true, right? Because then Kadaj, you buff the Kadaj. You buff the Kadaj, who's now currently an 8k. He'll be a 10k. Yeah, you kill the BFA, and then when he pieces out, you freeze the Ritz.
Because BFA is forced to trigger on somebody now.
Yep.
So it's going to be like, okay, well, I guess. Well, and the Kadaj is only when a Remnant enters the field.
Oh, enters the field. Okay, yeah. I thought it was exit.
No, Yazoo is... I know, they all have such different things. Yazoo is when one of them is put from the field to the break zone. You dull and freeze a character. And then Laz is when he goes to the break zone, they discard a card. But all of them, when they come in, freeze a character because of Kadaj. And then Laz when he, or Yazoo, fucking acres. Yazoo when he comes in, dulls a guy. So it's kind of, you want to have Kadaj down first, then you can play Yazoo to dull a guy and then get the freeze trigger off Kadaj, and then Laz buffs the crew. The nice thing is they all say character, so you can do a lot of, mess up with their backups, messing with their monsters. So he is going to BFA onto the 10k Kadaj, but that's fine.
Yeah, you don't care.
You're like, okay, yeah, I mean, he's going to do that anyway, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, force the more expensive play. I mean, you hate to let a Kadaj live to fight another day. Oh, we're getting a Tifa now.
Tifa.
Yeah, so this is that 3-color deck you were talking about.
I love that. Oh man, Tifa! Don't we wish we had that before the Titan?
Boy, howdy. Oh yeah, we're coming to get. We're getting Big Girl now. So.
Okay, next turn is actually looking really nice for Sharina because now all of a sudden Sharina, every single forward is going to attack and they'll all still be relevant blockers.
Absolutely.
The dull on Kadaj is going to get a lot less mileage when everybody's active.
Oh no, I agree. And you just know, Tifa's coming down next turn. It's a windmill slam.
And that also just makes our earlier choice even more correct of the BFA, because we reduced what was so scary about this Kadaj. So,
absolutely.
With
you love being rewarded like that.
Yeah, with Jesse down too. If we have Light Cloud, or if we have the proper Cloud, we do have the Cloud Tifa discount turn. 3 backups is the right number for that too. So.
Oh man, if we see another burst here, we're gonna feel so good.
Marsh is coming in here. Do you think you just block with the Laws and make him discard one of the 2 cards in his hand? He's trying I don't know, because
I don't know.
Well, you're probably not removing Ritz next turn. So what he's trying to do, Muhammad's trying to just like, all right, I have to get rid of the number of dudes who are going to be on the side of the board next turn, because it's going to be 5. It's going to be like 4 or 5 guys. So I guess he figures if I attack here and we do this trade, whatever, I'll play another March later, right? Like, she's more inclined to take the trade now that Ritz is still on the table. Oh, smart that she didn't, though.
Yeah,
hey, I don't want you to get a 3rd free card. Oh, God. That's one way to beat him up.
Well, we don't have no targets. That's a shame, but that's okay. No targets, but that's all right.
Only 2 cards in the break there.
You feel fine.
Yeah, she doesn't get Vincent.
The reason I'd be worried about blocking the Marsh is, I don't know, maybe there's a potential for an Ifrit play from hand, but I don't know. I don't know if that deck even runs Ifrit. The Opus 10.
Oh yeah, the buffer. I was like, Belias, what do you mean? The 8.
Well, even Belias too. Belias is another one that could potentially could have been a blowout. All right, but we got 3 backups. We got a grip full of cardboard.
Yeah, but 5 damage with Ritz's trigger is just so scary.
Yeah. Now, if you have a way to lock her down, oh, you're fine.
I mean, Kadaj will do it if we have another one or a way to get him back.
Or Genesis.
2 Genesis in the RFG already, though.
Blech.
Tifa's in the hand.
Yep. Yeah, Tifa's definitely the... I feel like Tifa has to come down here, like straight up.
Well, just the fact that the small remnants are now 9Ks and can totally just stiff arm Marsh out of the equation.
Alright, who do we got here?
It looks like Sharina actually...
Clud! Big Clud coming down.
Oh, you just toast the Ritz. It looks like Sharina actually had the Belias in hand, though, so that would have been pretty interesting.
Yeah. Yo, are we targeting? We're targeting Marsh. Okay.
Maybe we have a way to lock down the Ritz, so it's like
you get scared of the Belias. Oh man, now you can play. You can play Tifa for 4 with any color.
Just gonna leave the Ritz down, like go ahead attack with Ritz, and that's a little weird.
Yeah,
it's weird to me, but hey, whatever. I mean, we're about to put him to 6, right?
Yep.
We discarded that Belias too, which sucks because we're probably sitting there thinking about. We're not gonna put him to 5. Sorry, not 6. Mont Blanc gonna go get a Marsh.
Yep, which is fine. I mean, when you have Ritz on the board, it kind of
I mean, hey, you got 3-drop FFT backups? Probably not.
Exactly.
He might be playing a Beastmaster.
Oh, not the Beastmaster.
Oh God!
Cecil not doing
shit. Guys, this has been 5 bursts in a row. Every single damage has been taken for both people. Ba-ding!
Cecil just pops up. Nothing. All right.
Ba-ding! Yes, everyone's active.
Well, and it wouldn't even matter because Tifa says, Cecil, you ain't doing shit anyway.
Facts. The chat, everybody's EX.
Pretty much. Love it. Fucking spam them.
Oh man, look at we got a lot of winners in chat. Look at these chat monsters. We got Dylan. Hi Dylan. DJ. Mr. Lockwood. Mr. Snell. Oh, so many friends.
Indeed.
Happy Saturday, lads. Good morning.
Absolutely. Sith. I guess we're gonna grab. We're looking to get BFA back, or I don't know.
Yeah, Kuseth is a bit slow for what we need to do here, huh?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
There's only 2 cards in hand to fuel whatever we get back.
No, yeah, I mean, that's tough.
Wait, is that the end of her turn? He's doing that. What about his Kadash,
like
right?
Okay.
Oh, because yeah, he is doing that before he went to his active phase.
Yep.
Yeah, so she passed, and he's Kusething. So he's gonna have more than 2 cards. He'll have whatever he gets back with the Kuseth. He has his Kadash trigger, and then he'll have 4 cards to hopefully pay for whatever it is. But the fact that he doesn't know what he wants, that's tough.
Well, I guess we get Clud here, because Clud can still do damage. Well, I mean, can we... Because we could always Cloud, then Mont Blanc the...
If you have Marsh out, though. You have to have Marsh out.
Oh, we have to have Marsh. All right, well, we're dulling Clud here. That's happening. Get the big boy out of the way. So let's see. So if we play Marsh, so Marsh is going to be how much to play? Because we've got
5. We only have 1.
5? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, wait. It's not backups, is it? It's just characters. And what's her face is on the field already, which is weird. So yeah, never mind. Since she's already on the field, he will be a 3.
Okay.
And then he gets to play a character 3-less, so the backups or another another Ritz if she dies. But again, that's not going to happen this turn, right?
Because I think he's seeing if he can play the Cloud and the Marsh. Burn the Tifa off the board with Cloud Marsh, or with Cloud Mont Blanc. But you got, again, like you said, you have to have Marsh on the board to do that. But I don't know if he has the cards in hand to do that. Because it would really suck if he had another Kadash in his hand that just really gums up the math here. Marsh. Well, you'd have to play the Cloud first. You need to play the Cloud first.
Trina making some good calls these past few turns with what to play. I still don't know that I like the choice, the Marsh over the Ritz, is because of the Marsh would still be on the table. So imagine instead Marsh is sitting there, Ritz is in there. What's he gonna do? Threaten the Marsh attack to be able to play another one next turn? No, not at this point. Not at 5 damage with 4 things on the other side of the field. So he wouldn't even be able to afford forcing him getting the Marsh back, I don't think.
Alright, well, I feel like we're gonna pitch to play the Cloud.
It's just that unblockable, man, that makes me so scared.
So you do have to worry if we flip a Titan on the next turn. Oh, that's a wrap.
An Echo.
Yeah, this is definitely a showdown at high noon. This is fucking Bay of Pigs Cuban Missile Crisis right now. They're both just sitting there waiting for the other to press the button.
You hang up.
Exactly.
No, you hang up. Chat, is anybody else hear an echo? Somebody said we have an echo, but I imagine I would have been hearing it from a lot of people if but we can fix it if there's something going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
The sun is definitely in the fridge on this one.
Yes, indeed. They are just digging. They found a fresh thing of Butterball cold cuts, fresh hoagie roll. They're getting everything they want, and a fresh Capri Sun.
Oh man, an iced Capri?
That's right. Or maybe Purple Stuff, Sunny D, whatever's in there.
My friends are in a jazz group called Sunny D and the Purple Stuff, and it's an excellent group.
Great name.
Yeah. Then their other name is Jungle Jazz Initiative.
Oh, that's even better.
Just great names. So Muhammad says he's doing the math. So I imagine he's got. Is he considering playing the Marsh and the Cloud and somehow pinging with the Mont Blanc? I just don't think we're getting all that.
Yeah.
He's got this Lilty Dold with just like one fire CP kind of perpetually in the wing. So I keep. All right, so one.
Yeah, we know what two of the cards. We know we got a Marsh and a Cloud in his hand. We don't know what the other three are.
So if he discards one and plays the card, and then discard, he can basically afford to get both of them out and have one backup up still and no cards in hand, so he wouldn't be able to do the Cloud and Mont Blanc.
Well,
but
he could do the Mont Blanc after. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because if you get Tifa off the table, you feel great. All right, so here comes Marsh.
Because she's only done one card, so you figure he gets he plays a backup for free. Sure, gets another card in his hand too. That's not ever bad.
So now can we play the Cloud? We have to.
Yeah. So now we're gonna tap. Oh, that's weird. Oh, never mind.
Well,
Chill on tap. Chill on tap with Ritz. Chill on tap with Ritz. Yeah.
Yep.
Get the Cloud.
Yep.
Hit the Tifa for 8.
I'm hoping that we got a 1 CP Exodus in Sharina's hand.
Oh man, wouldn't that just be
the
bee's knees?
I would lose my fucking mind. You think I am playing? I would lose my mind. All right. 4 damage. Okay.
Yeah, so he's gonna activate.
Yeah,
then
he's
gonna
hit
ping with the extra
Tifa.
2. Yeah, 8. That's it. Put a 10k onto Tifa here.
Show me the Exodus. Show me the Exodus.
Show me something. Yeah, it's got to be Exodus though.
Or fucking cockatrice. I want it. I want it. Do we have the...
So then the Ritz comes in and deals the damage. You'll have a dead Tifa and 2 7k remnants. You can't actually afford to attack and kill Yazoo, because if he Dolan freezes something and then these 3 guys on top, it's bad news bears.
Indeed.
So I think like this Ritz gets in and you just build a big enough wall and hope the unblockable, you just ride the unblockable damage.
Yep. Okay, so Tifa's dead. We don't have an answer, but let's see what we flip on the burst here. Or, Genesis, you hate to see that. You would have liked to have seen that in hand, actually.
Yeah, that would have been really,
that's
gross
all 3
next turn.
Genesis.
Yeah.
Alright.
I want to see
I feel like
Dark
Sephiroth. Like you have to... Yeah.
I want to see us top deck Dark Sephiroth and another Sephiroth.
that consider my taint thoroughly tickled.
We're at 6 and 5, man. It's time. I don't even remember what his S is called. Is it just Omni/Octa/?
It's called Oh Geez Rick. That's what it is.
Oh geez, Rick. Boban Fett, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
We got the Kate Sith vibes. Kate Sith jazz. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and the Octo Chode. Sydney giving us a follow. Sydney dismantling his opponent round 1.
Indeed, indeed.
Poor Johnny.
Indeed, Godonger was not ready.
Oh my goodness, we got a little follow train here, and now we got T. Oh, so it almost looks like Tommy, but it's a TC. What, Tommy 10?
Toot.
Tommy 10, baby. Thanks, Tommy.
All right, so Muhammad's done with his turn. He's opting not. He's leaving Kadaj on the board, which is smart.
I think he has to. I think he needs the wall. And like I said, he's just going to ride the Ritz here.
We ride the Ritz. Who wants to die today in Pokemon?
So the nice thing is, like, all right, I can guarantee move one person out of the way with Yazoo.
Yes. Oh.
What you do, actually, is you attack with Yazoo, and he either trades the Marsh away or he blocks with one of the bigger guys. You Dolan freeze the other bigger guy. And, oh man, she's so close. If she can move one guy out of the way, she can force it.
No, absolutely. Yeah, big Sephiroth would feel real good here. I don't know what Muhammad's saying here. No, not remove.
I think he was talking about Kadaj.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what we said. He's not removed.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you have to leave him. Okay. So what's Serena got up the old sleeve here?
If you're Serena, you gotta be like, it's gotta be the heaviest sigh. Just having both your Genesis removed on turn like 2, and then the last one go to damage when it's pretty much your win con here. Like, you just really need it.
Yeah, that Genesis flipping on the damage was brutal. What is this Beastmaster doing? It doesn't do shit. Okay. Don't do shit no mo.
Can't he just let Yazoo through? Yeah, but so like I said, if she has a way to deal with one guy, he can't just let Yazoo through because that's one of those 2 damage we need to win. So if we get a way to move one of the big dudes, then we attack with, the Yazoo, it goes through. I guess, yeah, you attack with Yazoo, it goes through, and you attack with Cloud, he blocks with Marsh.
And then you kill the Cloud, bring it back, and you're at 6, so you kill Kadaj. You have the 10 to remove, you do.
Oh, well, yeah, that's fair. You just, you can just attack with the Yazoo, he lets it through, then you remove the Marsh and attack with your Cloud. I don't know, no, just weird stuff. Squall would be pretty good right now, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, there's some real beefy things that we're going right to the attack phase. I want a Titan in hand. Please have a Titan in hand. Please have it. Here. Well, you just let the Cloud through here?
Well, whatever it is, you just let the first damage through because, I mean, I don't know. You only need to hit one more time. You just need to survive this turn.
Yeah.
Maybe just block the Cloud with the Marsh.
Yeah.
Like, don't go to 6. Why bother? As long as Ritz is on the board. Unless he does something to remove Ritz.
Okay. So Marsh blocks here.
Or she does something to remove Ritz.
Yep.
I keep doing that.
Let's see here. I guess, do you swing with Yazoo now?
If we take the Cloud damage... Oh, no, he blocked with the Marsh here.
Yeah.
So yeah, Yazoo just gets in if he attacks, right? You let it through.
Because you're going to dull freeze the Ritz at that point. We got to have a trick in hand. Like, that's just all I can think.
The pace of play makes you think that there's just not either not an answer or there's an answer that's like, man, this is the most fragile defense.
The old fragile defense.
The one where you're like, I really don't want to do this, but...
Yep. Well, play like you're hanging dong and turn Yazoo sideways.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, someone's opponent's power went out. What?
Oof. You know, you hate to see it.
That's wild. That's like, I mean, honestly, that's almost like the equivalent of getting a call. It's like, hey, you know.
Okay, well, we got something here. We're pitching something here. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, okay. We put the Tiro back.
We got something. Something in the wing.
Yep. Something's happening. Something's happening, John boy. And we got, what, 5 minutes left in the round?
Just about, yeah, 5 minutes.
Yeah, these rounds will creep up on you. But when you're down to the wire like this, man, you have to, you do something out of sequence, you could be, F right in the B.
Hey, appreciate the follow, Bales.
With it?
1 minute per available CP every turn. This is Nick.
I mean, jeez. Oh no, we got to make a move here. Is that the rub? Is it Sharina's power that went out?
No. I think that was in a different game.
Gotcha. Because I just haven't seen any action here in a minute.
Because it might as well have. Seems like it went out.
Yeah, no. I don't ever like to say anybody's playing a little slow. I get it. Where we are in crunch time here. There we go. Here comes Yazoo. Probably going to step in front. I think you step in front with Cloud here, right? Because if you have a trick to kill the Cloud, Cloud's just going to come back and kill something. Well, what? What, did Muhammad take it? Wait, what happened?
I don't know. He just said, wait, what?
Hold on.
Wait, what's going on? She dulls... Wait, declares an attack with Yazoo, dulls Yazoo, then activates Yazoo, then... Wait.
What's happening? What's happening here? What's happening here? I am also confused.
Yeah. Declared an attack with Yazoo, then activated it. Yeah, so we're like, what happened?
Yeah, unless Muhammad took the damage a little prematurely.
We declared an attack, right? And turned your dude sideways?
Mm-hmm.
That's an attack declared if I've ever seen one.
Oh, no, absolutely it is. But I don't know if this, if what's happening here was happening before damage or what. Unless we are in main 2.
Well, she entered second main.
Okay. Okay.
And then Muhammad just said, yes, please. I feel like Muhammad's not in voice chat,
gotcha.
and she is.
Okay.
And,
okay, so Yazoo...
So we're
Yazoo
only seeing
attacked.
one half of the combo here.
Okay, gotcha. So Yazoo attacked, Muhammad took the damage. So now we're at 6 all.
Alright, good. Yeah.
Okay,
No.
so that's where we're
I mean, hey, look. I'm all for, like, asking your opponent if you can take something back, but it's up to them. You know? You gotta... And he already took that damage, man. That's not... This is a tournament. That's done. What's done is done.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. These things happen.
Yep.
Especially when you're on the wire like this,
Mm-hmm.
Sequencing, it's important. It matters. Things like this are, can get crazy. We got Tiro. What are we searching for here off the Tiro? Are we just looking for another body?
Yeah, it looks like, this is basically the show in the belly. Like, all right, yep, Ritz, just come on in. I'll clean the foyer for you. I'll make the guest room up for you. Come on over.
Uh-huh.
And let me just see, this might be our last round. It is, actually, so.
Yeah.
This is the last table, and time is... Or not the last round. God. And this is the last round, guys. Thanks for joining us for just under an hour.
Yep. Yeah, you just turn Ritz sideways, and that is the game.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
I don't imagine there's a 1 CP Zalera in the hand there. Yeah, so that's...
oh, man, that'd be so lucky.
I think this is really... that was tough. Sharina was so close. And was like a Genesis away, or just like... any of the payoffs for having, the mid-range stuff is all the remnants, but at the end of this, you're running all of these Sephiroths so that you're either dropping the 7 CP Sephiroth or the 4 CP Sephiroth and using the special. Sharina's one of the only people I've watched on our stream actually use the Dark Sephiroth special like multiple times.
Oh, absolutely.
That's certainly the goal of this deck, so I think it's just really, really a little bit tough that she was kind of missing action in a lot of those later turns when she was just looking to punch in like 1 or 2 points.
Yeah, and it's tough when you're at that point in the game where now if you don't have an answer for Ritz is just straight up going to win you the game just on the spot.
Yeah, I mean that's why I said earlier, like I remember we killed the Marsh.
Yep.
That Ritz is really just going to be that inevitability, And that's a word I'm going to use a lot today, because that's really what it is. That's that Ritz is providing. It's like, hey, this game is now over in 4 turns. So, like, the very first thing you have to do is kill Ritz, and if you don't, every turn this clock just gets closer and closer.
Yep, and it's a balancing act of keeping Ritz out of the red zone and keeping Marsh on the table, which makes it just as tricky. Because you hate to kill the Ritz and then let Marsh just come through, because in a sense that Marsh becomes kind of pseudo unblockable at that point too, because if you kill him, they're both coming back, and you don't want that. So they create this really crazy just game of chess once damage 3 hits. It's pretty insane.
It's exactly it. It's chess is a perfect way to describe it. Like, okay, every step you take, I'm going to take another step that's closer to killing you. So it better be a step in the right direction.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's just dangerous. It's just dangerous because when you kill Ritz, Marsh becomes unblockable, essentially. Because if he dies, they're both fucking coming right back. They're both coming right back, and that's trouble. And then you're just back in the same position you were in before all this happened. But
yeah,
good. Hey man, good cards are good. Good cards are good for a reason. And then when all that's backed up by fucking "Don't Wake Daddy."
Don't wake Daddy. Well, he's the punishment. Like, hey, so you were being indecisive. Well, guess what? Now Dad's here to make a decision for you.
That's right. Dad's here to turn this car around.
He's here to make a decision for you.
We got McDonald's at home. Fucking forget this.
We've got McDonald's at home? What is it from, like, yesterday? Like,
yes.
Come on, we got 20 chicken nuggets on Monday, you're fine.
Exactly.
There's some McDonald's. There's still McDonald's in the fridge. It's like half of a hamburger. It's like wrapped in the rest of the wrapper with like a couple of fries tucked in there, just cold, soggy fries.
Right.
Just, we've got McDonald's at home. Come on.
Exactly.
God.
Exactly, but that is the end of round 1. You said all tables have reported it.
All tables
wings
have reported, sir.
in.
In fact, I've even got my round 2
Excellent.
paired and
Well, I
squared.
need to get a refill of this coffee before we start round 2, so post them up. I will be right back.
You go ahead and do that, sir. I see that the old the request here from chat. I see you. I hear you about a delay. That is true. That I normally try to put a delay for these larger tournaments for exactly what you are saying. So give me a minute, and I'll put a couple minutes on it here.
Beautiful. All right, I'll be back.
Go ahead, sir. And we'll be pairing the next round. It'll be up in just a minute, guys. Alright guys, this stream is going to end for just a second here, but it's going to come back up with a little delay, alright? So please stay tuned.